Hello there and welcome to Concept Hunter. I know I'm a day late, but I had an atrocious day yesterday and I did not have the mental capacity to actually do a Concept Hunter, but today I do, and we're going to talk about A Ghostly Journey, which is a wonderful little platformer that has a couple of issues that I'd like to discuss, so let's get right into it. Press play. The sponsors here are the lovely Armor Games, and this is a game by Tin Sleeves. I hope I read his name correctly. A Ghostly Journey. So let's press play. I did start it already, but we're going to start at level 1 and just see a little bit. Move left or right, R to retry the level, escape to pause it, okay? And I'm a ghost. Don't be scared though, we're really not that different. I mean, apart from the whole being dead thing. I wish I could tell you my name. I really don't remember much from back when I was alive. A scare here, a haunting there used to be all I need to pass the time, but lately I've had this feeling I need to be somewhere. I'm not sure where or why, but I'm leaving this graveyard to hopefully find out. So this is the exposition, and the little bit of the weird part here is not that there's text just flying up, but that I have control. In most cases in the small little games, the exposition is given to you in sort of like a cutscene. It's usually more of a comic style thing where you got the pictures and a little bit of text flying up. I'm not expecting, you know, full voice work or anything like that. It's just a little bit of a cutscene, and this exposition is done while I can move. And you notice that I had to move a little bit and then stop and read, and move a little bit and then stop and read. What if someone just moves too much? And right now if I go back, do I even get those? I might actually get those by walking forward, but it's a lot to read when you've already given me control and I just want to get things started. So it's a little bit of a problem where you expect me to just stop and keep going. And here I keep going and immediately die. Now we get everything again, but that actually, what just happened to me the first time I played through the game. And apparently, you can see that right here there's the two lanterns on the ground, and only when I move really close to them do I get another text. And so far, most of the texts were exposition, but now they tell me about the game, which is very, very different. Now it suddenly tells me I have to watch out for direct light, too much, and puff, I'm gone forever. It takes a very long time for me. It's two whole sentences that tell me what I need to be careful of, and I have this instance to read them. Okay? I'm pretty sure 90% of players will die here because they'll keep on going, wait for something to be read, and then they'll just poof, go away instantly. I really believe 90%, if not 100% of players die right there. And that's a frustrating moment because you have no idea why you die. You told me so late what I need to watch out for, and so far it's been exposition, and now it's suddenly controls? Now it's suddenly how the game actually works? You need to redesign this part a little bit. It has to be redesigned because people will die here for no reason, and they shouldn't. So we're moving forward. Again, now there's this portal which sends me to the next level. It's kind of obvious in a platformer base, but I'm just moving forward. So to me it seems, because I'm just moving along and I'm leaving the graveyard, it would make more sense to me to just leave the level. Okay, I'm going to the right side, so just let me leave the level and that be the exit instead of a portal at the end of it. That's how it makes sense in my head. Yes, it does inhibit you in the way that every ending to the level can't just be a portal somewhere. It needs to be to the right side, but I think that feels more correct to me. Now, being a ghost isn't all bad. One of the big perks is being able to possess the living. Okay, this sounds interesting. So I get to move on a little bit and press space or B over a person to possess them. Again, we've got lore, the character talking, as well as controls in kind of a similar way, and I feel there should be a distinction between them. Here I'm explaining things to you. Okay, like we have it here on the ground, but also you also say it. So you need to do it in two different ways and stick to those. Me talking about the lore and how the game is going, and then me explaining the controls. So I'm a ghost, so I guess I'm invisible because these people have no idea what the hell is going on. And you know what? I can deal with that. I can deal with being invisible. Okay, I still have to watch out for lights even when I'm possessing a person. So let's just possess him for a second, then I can move him around. Now he's just... Forget the fact that he's standing around a graveyard. And the reason I'm going to talk a lot about the story and the lore and the suspension of disbelief is because this is a story game. You're telling me a story here. You started out with a story, and this is a game with a story and a world that I need to get into. And if that world really doesn't make any sense, it's weird to me. Because when I leave him, he just keeps on standing wherever I put him. He does not question a thing, and that's weird to me. And we'll get to that in a second. We'll be talking about that in a second. So here it says that I still need to watch out for lights. Okay, if I get close to the lights, you can see that my... there you go. It happened really instantly. So it'll happen again now. I still have to watch out for lights even when I'm possessing a person. Okay, so you'd think, then why do I need to possess people? What's the purpose of possessing people? I don't just go around possessing the living for no reason. That would be pretty mean. So there is a reason to possess people. And we'll find out. Sometimes I need them to do things Ghost can't, like switching that lights off. Okay, so I got another button, and that's X or M here. That I can use in order to turn off the button. So that's pretty much all the things that I could do. Look, a lost soul. I already picked it up, but you can still see it in the background, which is good. Just floating around between worlds. I should probably collect any. Maybe I'll be able to help them somehow. And then here, I turn this off, and then I want to leave, and I can't. So what I discover here is that when I leave the body, I actually float up quite high into the air. Which is cool. It's something I discovered it on my own because I had no choice. I mean, it was the only thing that I could do. So that's pretty cool. And then I can launch myself to high places when I unpossess a person. I already learned that. You forced me to learn that last stage naturally. So you don't need to tell me that because that's kind of obvious. Or you could tell me that on the previous level because you forced me to do it anyways. So you could say that in that level as well. It was kind of weird that you're teaching me something more than one time and not trusting the player in some cases. And you should trust the player, especially if you force him to. I mean, there's nothing else I could do. So I want to talk a little bit about the controls. I'm using the arrow keys and space to possess, right? And X to use switches and space to unpossess again. What does the down arrow key do? Nothing. Okay, nothing so far. I haven't gotten too far into the game, so there might be something that it does, but it could do something. One of these functions could be taken. I think the best one would be possess. I mean, possess someone by pressing down, and then unpossessing them by pressing down again. And then space could be switches. Okay, that makes more sense to me than having too many keys, because my hand is on down anyways, and I'm not using it. Why am I not using it? That's just kind of odd to me. So we're going to move along with the controls as well. And here we're going to have a ghost, so spikes won't hurt me. Ghosts 1, spikes 0. So that's pretty nice. It makes a lot of sense too. You know, it makes sense. But then, unlike me, people can still be hurt. I should be careful. I really don't want any injuries on my conscience. Now you say that, and let's suicide. Okay, he died. I don't care. So I don't want any injuries on my conscience, but basically it doesn't do anything bad for me. The only thing that it actually does is prevent me from finishing the level, because I needed that human in order to pass this. I can't pass this on my own. Or wait, can I actually pass this on my own? No. You made it so that it's impossible for me to pass this on my own. So I don't mind him dying at all, but I just can't pass the level. I feel like if you kill someone, the level should restart. For two reasons. One, you said you don't want any on your conscience, so it's a bad thing. You're not an evil ghost. One. Two, I can't pass the level if I did it anyways. So I'm gonna have to restart, but I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own. And it's not something that I should figure out. I mean, you've established that it's a bad thing to kill the humans, so just restart the level in case I kill them. As far as I'm concerned, that'll be perfectly fine. This girl looks a lot fitter than the old guy. I bet she can help me reach the light switch. Okay, so the old guy moves slowly and jumps very weakly. The guy is a little bit better, and the girl is even better than that. Also, there's this weird tombstone with blue markings that doesn't do anything, but is very unique and draws the eye. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, it doesn't do anything. So I don't understand its purpose, and it's definitely distinct and eye-popping and right there, and what is that? I have no idea, which is weird. So other than all those, and people randomly being around the graveyard, so far it's been pretty interesting. I could actually go over there on the left side. You saw the thing. I just missed it, but I already took that one. And here she can jump up, press X, remove that, and go into the next level, and I'm done here. So here, I've heard about these soul gates before. They open when I've collected enough souls, so I need to collect them in all the levels. This is kind of a bonus thing, and then I'll be able to open it. I haven't, as you can see, I haven't finished the game, and there's a lot of more mechanics coming up. I don't really like the look of this place, but I've got to keep on going. So there's this, you know, they drop droplets of light that will totally kill me if I bump into them, which is kind of weird, but that's just the way it does work, and that's fine. And also these chandeliers of light that seem to be there only in order to tackle me, and because it's kind of, I mean, it's funny in a way because I'm so used to rows of spikes everywhere, but then when there's a chandelier that's moving, it seems to me like it's only out to get me. It's kind of interesting. And then, you know, it's fine. I'm gonna let it slide because it's mostly my conceptions and not anything else. I like the fact that you don't start from the start of the level. There is sort of a checkpoint, but I don't know that it's a checkpoint, and that is important. I wish I did know. I wish there was a little bit of a tombstone that would pop up and tell me you're on a checkpoint now, because that would allow me to know where I'm going. And later levels, they did go a little bit further. Later levels are very big, and I don't know where I'll respawn. Okay, only when I die I know where I'll respawn. So having a place that you're right now at this checkpoint, if you'll die, this is where you'll start up, that to me, I think that's very beneficial. So, wait, right now, okay, I'm just gonna do this, then I'm gonna get the girl, which can jump very high, and as we saw on the left side, there was also a flame that I already got, and now we can jump above this. She's very agile, though. Her jump animation doesn't look like she's really trying, but that's fine. And we're gonna make it to the end of the level. This is gonna be the last level that I finish out, but there's a lot of room for a lot of other things that you could do here, and I like it. I like it so far. I think it could do a lot more. Ghosts can possess animals too. Possessing a rat really isn't great, but you could do this. I'm positive that there are more mechanics that I've missed because I haven't completed the game, you know, I haven't gone forward, but I do get mechanics introduced quite nicely, so in the sense of progression in gameplay, it's totally great. I think there's a little bit too much text and in a little bit of wrong places, because there's a lot of exposition which and then there's a lot of things that he says here and there, but sometimes these are things that I could do, controls, and then some of them he's just talking about himself. It's kind of weirding me out. And also the suspension of disbelief with kind of a couple of things that don't make sense to me lore-wise. But I really like the idea. The core gameplay here is really strong. I really like it. And I will keep playing and try and finish it. And that's it. That's A Ghostly Journey. Thank you so much for watching. It's done by Tin Sleeves. And that's it for Concept Hunter for today. Again, I apologize for being a day late. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.